Yoga for Men is starting up again on Sunday, March 9th. Let's see. Express Stretch is starting February 28th, 8:15 to 8:45 on Fridays. And starting March 1st. Oh, nice. Mindfulness Yoga, 9:15 to 10:15 on Saturdays. And there is they're going to try Saturdays again. Good for them. They're going to start a new Live Strong session on March 11th. So, that's it. Okay. You can stay seated or you can lie down on your backs, whichever you prefer. Make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. And take a second and realize where you are. Your day is over. You're at yoga practice. Notice whether you can feel the mat beneath you and whether you can feel the weight of your body resting against that mat. Check in with how you're feeling today as well. Are you feeling a little tired or relaxed or energized or fussy or happy, peaceful? It's different every time. Our aim is not to fix anything, but instead just to recognize enough so that we can adapt our own practice tonight to be in sync with who and where each of us is this evening. Take a moment and notice your breath and your breathing as you inhale. Notice as your body expands. Watch for any points of tightness or tension. As you exhale and your body releases, just notice any spots that don't do that quite as quickly. And then let's begin that process of bringing all of ourselves, mind, body, and being, into this space and this time for your practice of yoga. We begin, as always, by just letting our minds go, releasing any holds that are still left over from the day at work. And just wait. Generally, something might bubble up. It may be an image, a memory, a feeling. If something does occur or bring itself to your attention, then don't push it back down. Acknowledge it. Recognize it. And then gently, but with intention, release it. Let it go. And if it doesn't go, that's okay. Take another breath and let it go again. We want to do this now and throughout our practice tonight, every time something pops into our head. As we continue to do it, the pace of those interruptions or things just appearing or occurring to you will slow down. And if we're fortunate, they'll stop completely for a minute or two or three. And you'll have that lovely experience that we adore of being in the present with your mind and body connected, and a mind that is more quiet and empty and still. as you continue to acknowledge and release anything that pops into your head. When you're ready, you can begin that breath cycle that grounds everything in yoga, opening the nose, allowing air to flow into you, down to the bottom of the lungs, and then gently, steadily fill with air until you can't take any more air in, and then just for a split second, do nothing. And then turn the breath and exhale, moving that air up and out of the lungs. Again, when that's done, be still for a second to turn the breath, and then open the nose and let air flow in once more. Slow, deep inhalations and slow, steady exhalations. One after the other, tied together by those pauses to turn the breath. Bring your mind to focus on that breath. Notice it. Maybe you'll even feel a rhythm to your breath cycle. Allow your breathing and the process of breathing in and out to become the primary thing that you're doing right now. And as you continue to do that, notice if maybe at some point you feel yourself settling a little more, grounding. Continue to breathe and inhale steadily, turn the breath, exhale steadily, turn the breath in and out. And then bring your mind to focus on your breathing. Try to stay with it as you inhale and exhale. Now there will be moments where those filter pipes kick on, or somebody drops weights upstairs, or a siren screams by outside that pull our attention away from our breathing, and that's okay. That's the lesson for life. Stuff happens. You acknowledge it, let it go, and just keep going. Disconnected from it. Good. Slow, deep inhalations. Slow, steady exhalations. Keeping your mind affixed to your breath. And now you can focus a little less on how even your breathing is, or steady, or anything like that. Just let your own breathing take over. It will stay in this same basic pattern. And without opening your eyes and without thinking about it, if your body wants to move, go ahead and let your body move. Almost always at nighttime classes, our bodies want to move. Because whether we've been standing and moving or sitting or doing anything all day, it's been a day. And if you listen to your body, it will show you if there's anything it needs you to do or move right now before we begin to practice. And if it does that, number one, that's great. And number two, you should listen to it, because it's like clearing out the fog. It takes care of the piddly stuff so that the rest of your practice can be that much more fulfilling and that much deeper. Take a moment and just think about what you might want for yourself from this class tonight. Maybe it's just time and space, which is not to underrate that at all. Maybe there's something else. Recognizing that need and desire and acknowledging it makes it that much more likely that you're going to achieve it. That would be the pump filter. Okay. Whenever you decide that you're done with that, you can roll yourselves over onto one side or the other and come on up, and we're going to cat and cow. And I moved some Kleenexes up here. I'm not sick, but I went to the chiropractor today, and along with my normal adjustment, I'm running an experiment on low-level laser therapy for inflammation on my sinuses, and so we do the little low laser things on the right side of my face. Seems to be working, but what happens then is that the sinuses on the right side of my face and head drain all day and all night because it's no longer as inflamed. So I apologize in advance if I have to blow my nose. All right, come on into table pose. So, knees hip-width apart, hands, base of your palms right in line with your shoulders. Nice upward sloping line from your tailbone right up to the crown of your head. Take a nice deep inhalation. And as you exhale, go into cat pose. So tuck that tailbone way under. Push your lower back, lower lumbar out, round up and over the spine. Chin to your chest, arms are long. And then when you're ready to inhale, keep your arms long, elbows not locked. Let the front of your body release down. Sit bones roll back and up. Bring your gaze forward and your eyes up to help open the throat. And then when you're ready to exhale, back to cat we go. Now, use your breath to determine how slow or fast you're going tonight. Doesn't matter. What I do want you to do is just kind of cue in and notice whether there's any part of the spine or the front of your body or your pelvis or your hips that begin to feel some effect from these postures. And then what I want you to do is I want you to gently, when you finish the pair that you're on, I want you to come and sit back on your heels. And put your hands right on the front of your legs. We're going to do the same thing, cat and cow, just from the base of the sacrum up. So take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, you're going to push the lower lumbar back, round the spine up, chin to your chest. You can roll your shoulders forward. Turn the breath, and as you exhale, feel the sit bones roll back and up. Feel the front of your body come forward. Roll those shoulders back. Bring your gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale and back into cat pose. So roll the shoulders forward as you make that C with your body, with your spine. With your spine. Inhale. Your spine lengthens, and then the sit bones roll back and up. Chest opens. Shoulders roll back. And what we're looking for, keep going back and forth. What we're looking for is to notice whether not only you feel any opening or a little bit more freedom through the pelvis and the hips, but also through the front of the chest into the front of your armpits, and then as you exhale and go into cat pose, whether you feel that in your upper back and through your rhomboids, those and the trapezius, the muscles that come in from the shoulders to the spine. All right, one more pair. And then come back to neutral. Okay, and now we're going to do child's pose, and then we're going to do puppy pose. So, your legs can be together. You can move your knees out, big toes together, whatever works best for you. Take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, either drape yourself over the legs or in between them, bringing your forehead down toward the floor or to the mat. Leave your elbows bent unless you're stretching your arms back alongside your body. Then you can obviously lengthen them out. And breathe. As you inhale, visualize sending that air into the lower lumbar, down to the sacrum. And as you exhale, feel all the tension leave with the breath. Inhale again into the middle back. Really feel the back expand. Turn the breath, and as you exhale, let all the tension leave with the air. Inhale into the upper back and shoulders. Good. Turn the breath and exhale. Let everything go. Great. Now, on your next inhalation, I want you to just bring your head and your chest up off the mat. If your knees are wider, bring your knees hip-width apart. Good. Bring your hips up. And then reach out in front of you, and as you exhale, walk your hands forward. Your butt stays up in the air. Sit bones roll back and up. Sink your chest and your forehead into the mat. Arms stretch out in front of you on the mat. Soften your elbows and breathe. Coming into puppy pose with extended arms. Notice where you feel the opening or the stretching of the muscles. As you inhale, send that air into the upper chest. Feel the effects maybe in the upper back and shoulders. Exhale, let your chest and the front of your body release. Keep breathing. Couple more breath cycles and then we come up. When you get to your next inhalation, start by moving your hands back toward you, bending those elbows, and then push up and bring your head. Good. All right. Now we're going to sit back onto those heels. If this is too hard on your knees, you can take that blanket if you have one and put it right here underneath behind the back of your knees, and it will take the pressure off. You can also sit on a block. Either one is fine. There you go. Okay. Hands come down to the side. We're just going to do hero pose with extended arms up overhead. We're going to do palms up and palms down. So, make sure that your weight is balanced there. Crown of the head is up. Your shoulders are relaxed and down. Good. Find your breath. And on your next inhalation, let's inhale and bring those arms up overhead. If you can, keep them back alongside your ears. If that's too much, then let them come forward a little bit. Clasp your fingers. Soften those elbows. And as you inhale again, stretch those arms straight up overhead. pushing the backs of the hands up. Breathe. As you exhale, think about letting your shoulders relax down from your ears, if you can. Keep breathing. Good. All right. Exhale and bring the arms down when you're ready. Go ahead and roll those shoulders a little bit. And then bring your arms back down along your sides. We're going to do the other way. Palms up. Find your breath. Inhale and bring those arms up overhead again. Clasp the hands, fingers. Turn the palms up. Stretch. Breathe. Bring your gaze forward. Find a spot to focus your energy on. Now, if you find that you're feeling kind of tweaky in your lower back, then relax your glutes. Let that natural curve come back into your lower back and breathe. As you inhale, you're probably going to feel your chest lift and come out in front. That's great. One more inhalation. And then as you exhale, let those hands come apart, arms come down. All right, good. Okay. You can come into a seated pose. We're just going to do eagle arms here. All righty. Hands down at your sides. Here we go. We're going to inhale and bring the arms up to shoulder height. Reach out through those fingertips. You're going to bend the elbows as you bring your arms forward toward each other, and you're going to pass your right one on top of your left. You're going to turn your hands back to back. You can stay right here if this works for you, or you can bring your hands back toward each other and clasp an arm, the other hand, whatever. Breathe. Let your elbows sink into your chest a little bit. Sit up and out of that spine. This is not a go into a cat curve. Breathe. Inhale into your upper back. Exhale. Let everything go. Inhale, and this time press your elbows straight up just a little bit. They're not going to go far. Breathe again. Crown of the head is up so that your neck isn't curved or crunching. One more inhalation. And as you exhale, keep your hands together. Just let the arms sink down again. One more inhalation. And this time as you exhale, let those arms unwind and come out and down. Good. You can shake your arms, roll your shoulders if you want, and we'll do the other side. Excellent. All right, here we go. Inhale up to shoulder height. Exhale as those arms come forward, elbows are bending. Bring the left over the right, hands go back to back. And you can back your hands up, or you can just stay like this. Usually one side is much easier than the other. Breathe. You can even close your eyes if you want and breathe. As you inhale, feel that air draw right to the upper back in between the shoulder blades. Feel your upper chest expand a little bit. And as you exhale, let everything relax. As you inhale next, press those elbows straight up just a little bit. Breathe again. attention back to your breath. When you get there, one more inhalation. Keeping your hands still together or nearby each other, just let the elbows sink down as you exhale. Inhale one more time. And as you exhale, go ahead and let go. All right. Let's do a couple, we're going to intersperse just a couple reclining hip openers, because we've been really focusing on those arms for 4 or 5 postures. So come on down onto your backs. Here we go. We're going to inhale and bend that right knee. Bring your right foot to the floor. Arms stretched out from your shoulders. Palms can be up or down. As you inhale again, bend that left knee. Bring that leg up. Bring it off. Bring the foot off the floor and cross that foot over to the outside edge of your right knee. So the outside ankle bone is pushing against the outside of the right knee. And if you curled your head up, curled your chin up to look, you'd only see one knee, not two. Close. Keep breathing for just a minute. Can I adjust you? Like that. That's it. All right, good. Now take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, push against that knee and rotate both legs over and down toward the left. Yes. Good. Good, good, good. Breathe. Now, even as you feel that a lot, if you're me, in your right hip, and probably some tension in the left glutes. Also notice what's going on in the right side of your body. If you put a little more tension against that knee, you may feel that opening stretch right up the right side of your body, through your ribs, up toward your armpit area. Breathe, keep your breath moving. Good. And then on your next inhalation, bring your legs back up into center. Uncross that left leg and bring the foot down. Inhale and lift the right leg up. Cross the outside of that right ankle to the outside of the left knee. Inhale again. Make sure you only see one knee up there. And as you exhale, rotate those legs over and down toward the floor on the right. Breathe. Again, if you want to put a little pressure, extra pressure against that knee, you can open that space from the left hip up into the waist, maybe even into the ribs and higher. One more breath cycle. And then as you inhale next, go ahead and bring those legs up. Good. Uncross that foot. Bring both feet to the floor. And you can roll over onto one side and come on back up to a seated position, and you can put, I don't care, whichever leg. Let's do right leg in front. Grab your strap. I'm going to do a version of cow face pose. We're going to focus on the arms, so we're not going to do ankle to knee. All right, take that strap. Flip it over your back. Keep hold of it in front. Okay. Now, reach back, put your hand palm away from you, bend the elbow, and bring that arm right into your side and grab onto that strap. with your left hand. Now in a second we're going to inhale and we're going to stretch this right arm up overhead. You're going to let the strap run through your hand in the left hand. Okay. Here we go. Find your breath. And on your next inhalation, inhale, pull that right arm up. You're going to feel your left arm and hand go up on your back a little bit. I just don't want you to hurt yourself. Now, nice long spines, crown of the head is up. Breathe. And as you exhale, I want you to think about relaxing or just trying to relax that left shoulder blade there in your back. You may be able to feel this all the way in the top of the shoulder, down the arm. All right, one more inhalation. And as you exhale, release that upper arm. Oh, okay. Change your legs. Flip the strap over your head to the other side. And here we go. So you're going to grab this with your left hand. Right arm is going to come out. Palm is going to turn away from you. Bend that elbow. Bring that elbow right into your ribs if you can. Work your hand up the strap as far as it will go. And remember to let that strap, you're creating tension back there, but let the strap run through that right hand a little bit so that you don't hurt yourself. Okay, here we go. Find your breath. And as you inhale, up we go. Good. All right. Find a place to keep your gaze. You can sit nice and tall. Crown of the head is up. Breathe. As you exhale, think about trying to relax that right shoulder blade in the back, or pin, your shoulder pin. Breathe. One more inhalation. And as you exhale, go ahead and release out. All right, do whatever your body wants you to do to kind of recover from that. Okay, and we're going to come over onto hands and knees, and we're just going to go up and do down dog, downward dog. So, knees hip width apart, feet in line with your knees, hands right underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. Inhale gently. Bring your sit bones back toward those heels when they won't go anymore. Exhale up and over. Let your heels hang toward the mat. Lengthen out through those arms. Let your head and chest sink toward the floor. Really lengthen the arms. Great. Good. Okay. Keep breathing. All right. Walk your feet forward just a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, can I put my hands on your back? Take a nice deep inhalation. Exhale. There's downward dog. And are your heels sinking any further? Okay, bring your feet in even more. Yep. Okay, good. Now lengthen. That's much better. Much better. Great. And you need to walk your feet out a little bit. No, not that way. Back. Sorry. I didn't mean out. I meant back. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. All right. Keep breathing. Those of you who have just been hanging out there, congratulations. All right. Here we go. As you inhale next, you're going to inhale, bring your weight forward, and you're going to step that right foot forward Pick up the leg and the foot if you need to. And you're going to bring the left knee down. Keep the toes curled under on your left foot. As you inhale, you're going to hinge your body up off that hip. Bring the arms up and out. And as you exhale, they're coming behind you. Lace those fingers. Lengthen the arms back. Breathe. Good. If you want to, you can release into the lunge a little bit more to help open up those quads in the front of your hips and groin, but you don't need to. All right, inhale one more time. Release the arms. Bring yourself back if you lunged forward. Hands come down on the inside of that right leg. Bring the right leg back. Bring the left foot forward. Good. Curl the toes under on your right foot. Here we go. Inhale and come up. Inhale up to shoulder height. As you exhale, bring those arms back. Soften the elbows to clasp your fingers. And then straighten those arms out, pushing the backs of your hands back. And again, if you want to, you can release into that lunge a little bit more. Chest is super open. Relax your lower jaw and your throat. Keep breathing. Good. One more inhalation when you're ready. And as you exhale, release those hands. Push back a little bit. Good. And bring that leg back. All right. We're going to bring your fingertips to the mat. And you're going to just lengthen your legs. Okay. And we're just going to come into full forward fold for a minute. And then we're going to do a variation. So, take a nice deep inhalation right where you are. And as you exhale, just fingertips off the floor, let your upper body release down over the lower body. And come into full forward fold. Arms and hands can hang. Hands can rest on the floor. They can rest just above your knee, whatever works for you. As you inhale, think about whether you can open the backs of your knees any more without locking them. If you can, try that. And as you exhale, again, release everything above the hips. Your head, your chest is heavy. Sorry. Reaching toward the floor. Breathe. Okay, now soften those knees a little bit. Bring your fingertips back to the floor. Walk your hands towards your feet and lift your toes up and slide the fingers of your right hand underneath your right toes, fingers of your left hand underneath your left toes, and then bring the weight back into the balls of your feet. Balance it with your heels. Inhale, and as you exhale, let your elbows soften, let your head hang down toward the floor, coming into a variation of Uttanasana, or full forward fold, but one that tends to really help not only the calves and the muscles behind your knees, but also right where your hamstrings reach and merge into the glute muscles, the piriformis. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay. On your next inhalation, bring your weight back into your heels. Lift those toes up. Release your hands. Soften your knees a little bit as you exhale. And as you inhale, slowly spinal roll your way up. Coming all the way up. Look at that, everybody has lovely pink cheeks from the blood heading downward that whole time. All right, we're going back down to do a twist. So, just take a second, move around as you need to. Come into mountain pose, okay? Excuse me, I'm going to do this. All right, legs are hip width apart. You can have big toes together, heels slightly apart, whatever works best for you. Oh, nice and long up the body. Feel the inside edges of your upper thighs push together and then roll forward. Feel your pelvis tilt as you do that. As you inhale, roll your shoulders forward and up, and as you exhale, roll them back down and relax them. Your core is you're not clenching it in, but it's nice and firm. If you want to, then bring your hands right on the sides of your rib cage, and as you inhale next, lift up a little bit, just so that you physically feel that inhalation from the hips all the way up, chest comes out, and as you exhale, again, release those hands down and back. Crown of your head is up. Great. Good. All right. Take a nice deep inhalation. Let's bring the arms up. We'll do a sun breath down. How's that? Exhale into namaste. Inhale, gently pressing arm against arm all the way up. Energy out through those fingertips. Exhale as you swan dive down. We're going to stay down. Okay. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to come into full forward fold again. And then I want you to take your right hand. If you feel tippy, then move your feet apart a little bit, okay? Take your right hand, bring it to the outside of your left shin or ankle. Grab onto that leg. As you inhale, sweep that left arm out to the left, and then rotate your body as you bring that arm up and your gaze up with it. Yes. Nice. Breathe. Keep breathing. One more inhalation. And as you exhale, let that left arm come down. Let your body turn forward. Good. Bring your fingertips to the mat. Bend the knees a little bit. Just kind of shift your weight around a little bit before we do the other side. And then open the legs. Lengthen them. Open the back of the knees. As you exhale, let your upper body release down. Let your head hang down. Back in full forward fold. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right ankle or shin or knee. Here we go. Inhale, sweep that right arm out and up. Rotate your chest toward the right and your gaze up toward that, well, your gaze wherever it'll go. Breathe. Great. All right. One more inhalation when you're ready. And as you exhale, bring that right arm down. Fingertips onto the mat. Soften the knees. Find your breath. And when you come to your next inhalation, spinal roll up. Tuck that tailbone under. Round the back all the way up. Okay. Well done. Come on back down to the floor. This is also just a lesson in up, down, up, down. Let me see. What did I say we were going to do? Yes. Okay. Lay down. And I want you to turn so that you're laying on your left side. Okay. Good. I want you to, let me see here. Keep your left leg long, and I want you to bend your right leg, right knee, and bring your foot sort of at about level with your left knee. Okay? Knee is straight up. Okay, here's the tricky part. Now I want you to take both of your arms, and you can push yourself up if you need to, and bring them behind you. Okay, like this. Arms go behind you. See if one hand can find the other hand. If you can, then clasp your fingers, stretch those arms back. Keep that right knee straight up as much as you can. You can either hinge forward and bring your head forward a little bit and touch the mat, or you can just leave it up in the air, resting on your left shoulder. Breathe. Good job. All right, keep breathing. Very good. Yeah. Good, good, good. All right. Release your hands. Go ahead and bring your arms back around in front of you. Go ahead and lengthen both legs. And now we're going to roll over onto our backs and roll over onto the right side. So this time, while you're going down, if you want to bring that right arm back in behind you as you're coming down, you can do that. Okay? Right leg is long. Left knee is bent. And you may feel like your body's falling forward. Once you bring that left arm behind your body, that should help. Clasp your fingers if you can. Don't worry if you can't. Lengthen those arms back. Keep that left knee straight up in the air. You don't want it dropping toward the right. I don't think it would drop over toward the left, but if you do, I'm totally impressed. Breathe. Okay, one more inhalation, and as you exhale, you can release your hands. Bring both hands over toward the right side, lengthen both legs, and just roll onto your back. Because an hour is almost gone by, and we're done. We need to just do a few extra things here. So you're on your backs, bend your knees, feet to the floor, to the mat. Stretch those arms out from your shoulders, palms down. Bring your feet hip-width apart. Take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, just let your legs and knees drop over toward the left. Inhale back up to center. Turn the breath, and as you exhale, let your feet and legs drop over toward the right. As you turn the breath and inhale, knees come back up. Now just go back and forth. Let your breathing, let your breath, your body decide how fast or slow you're going. Let your breathing determine that. As you're moving back and forth, notice where things are opening still through the hips, through the lower obliques. Notice any spaces that maybe are a little more open than they were when we began class. All right, one more time each side. And then when you're done, inhale, bring those knees back up to center. Go ahead and lift that left leg up off the floor. Bring that knee onto your chest and your right leg. Soft flex to your feet. Reach up and grab your left kneecap with your left hand, right kneecap with your right hand. Your legs do not need to be together. And go ahead and roll in whatever way feels good on your back. Maybe it is circles left one way then the other. Maybe it's left to right, right to left. Maybe it's up and down the spine, or all three. We're just releasing some of the tension. I guess I would ask that maybe you do at least a few left to right, right to left rolls, and really go all the way over so you can feel your upper back and your shoulder blades kind of getting a little bit of a compression there against the mat. All we're doing is releasing that lactic acid, relieving the muscles that we've kind of worked pretty hard tonight, giving the kidneys a little bit of a massage. All right. Go ahead and bring your legs back to center. Release your hands and arms. Take a nice deep inhalation when you're ready. And as you exhale, bring your right foot to the floor and then your left, and take another inhalation. And as you turn the breath and exhale, let that right leg lengthen out and let the foot fall open. Same thing with the left. Bring your arms down towards your body, but still in a space of their own. Turn your palms up. And it's time to get ready for Shavasana. So while I turn the lights off, if you want to put socks on, a sweatshirt on, if you want me to go get a blanket or another blanket to cover up with, yep, absolutely. Anybody else want one? Okay, all right. Go ahead and just get yourself settled. There we go. All right. Okay. Move yourselves around a little bit so that you get comfortable. Close your eyes. And just let go. Shavasana is always my favorite part of any practice, especially in the evenings, which works out well because it's also one of the most important parts of any practice. It gives us a chance, it gives our minds and bodies the opportunity to weave together everything we've done tonight. And in doing so, create a new whole, a new version of ourselves. Maybe it's one that's a little less tight through the shoulders. Maybe it's one that's a little bit more peaceful or sustainable or strong. It's different all the time. But what is almost always true is that Shavasana allows us to create this new whole that is in some way, no matter how small, better, in a better place than the whole with which we entered this class. And so as you lie there, breathing gently, feeling your breath soften and lighten, I want you to imagine that you are just lying in your perfect, most comfortable position in bed. The pillow's right, the mattress is perfect. You've got just enough covering to feel warm. And as you continue to breathe, let yourself go. Let every muscle in your body begin and continue to release and loosen. I want you to feel almost as though you're floating in that bed, the breath as it moves in and out almost without effort helps you feel like you're just floating. Feel your body not only releasing, but feel it letting go, surrendering, sinking into a deep state of repose. And as your body continues to let go, let your mind do the same thing. Allow your mind to just float. No thoughts, no nothing, not floating anywhere, just floating. And take these last few minutes for yourselves to be completely one with your breath and to be fully and peacefully in your body. And most important of all, allow yourself to just stop and float right there in the present moment, even as that present moves forward, knowing that as you do that, you're really giving yourself a gift that we don't often give ourselves, of allowing yourself just for another minute or two to simply be. Namaste. Now, as you continue to be in repose, bring yourselves back softly and gently to the sound of my voice, and even with your eyes closed, to a sense of the space around you. Feel the mat and the floor beneath you. Feel the gentle weight of your body against that mat. Feel the air moving over and around you. And find yourself very kindly, very gently becoming aware of your physical body. Notice it. Notice what it feels like to be relaxed and at rest. And then as you find yourself ready, you can begin to draw yourself back to the present, to the here and now, at your own pace, in your own way. But as you do that, if your body wants to move at any point, let it move. Keep your head out of it. Let your body guide you. It will show you quite accurately what you need to bring this practice to fullness and completion on this day. As you continue to draw yourselves back little by little, whenever you're ready, when the time is right for you, you can roll yourselves over onto one side or the other, and using your hands to support you, you can draw yourself up into an easy seated position. Taking your time, moving at your own pace. Whenever you get there, just come into an easy seated position. Place your hands, palms up or down, whatever feels best, on your knees, in your lap, whatever works for you tonight. Find your breath and take a nice, gentle but full inhalation. Turn the breath and let's exhale together slowly, easily. And as that exhalation finishes, turn the breath and inhale once more, gently but fully, inhaling right up into your head. Turn the breath and let the air just slowly drift down and out of your body. And whenever that exhalation finishes, allow your breathing to just take over, doing what it does all on its own. Take a moment and thank yourself for coming to class. I know I thank you. And then when you feel ready and the time is right, you can open your eyes, keeping your gaze soft and quiet. And I thank you so much for joining me tonight. Namaste. Okay, everybody feel okay? Yeah? All ready for Thursday morning?